and you didn't fall through. Now you hit yourself, you can look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me. Look at me.
And what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Alright, so what are we getting into today? Today we're about to be heading over to Saxby shop and we're about to be checking out a Supercharger kit. Yup, we about to be checking out a Supercharger kit for the C6. You guys know that I've been hinting towards this. I've been telling you guys that I'm possibly going to be supercharging the C6 just because I want to have two supercharged Vettes. You know, my C5 and C6 are kind of like twins of each other, so kind of sort of at one point when they both were black and carbon. But anywho, deviating off topic, I want to supercharge the C6. My original plan since for forever, anybody that's known me has known that I've always wanted a supercharged C6. When the C5 came about, you guys know the whole story. My grandfather wanted a C5 before he died, and then I ended up getting a C5 for my grandfather and building that as a memorial build, etc, etc, etc. But realistically, I did the things that I wanted to do to a C6 to my C5. But for forever, dude, like my dream, I always wanted the wide body Super Vette with a supercharger kit. That's been my shit. So Saxby shop has a kit. I kind of have a plan on kind of what I want to do. I'll explain that to you guys in a little bit, but yeah, that's what we're doing. We're about to be heading to Saxby shop and we're about to be checking out the Supercharger kit. I also want to state one thing to clear something up. On the last video, somebody had commented and was like, "Oh my god, dogs in cages." Like, let me just clarify this. In the morning, when I feed both my dogs, you can see they both get breakfast and they both have their own little bowls. Throw them in two separate kennels. That way they eat separately. I always separate my dogs when they're eating. Even though they're not aggressive towards each other, you never know how dogs are going to act when it comes to food. So I've always fed my dogs separate. And on top of that, at nighttime, they do sleep in kennels. Do they live in cages? No. During the day, they're either outside or they're running around free in the house. So yeah, don't jump on my shit trying to make it seem like I just have my dogs tied up in cages and all that shit. Like, they're family dogs. You guys see for the most part that they live in the house. And this is what they do. Happy dogs. Happy puppies. Sit. Sit. Good boys. Alright, go home. Go home, Kimbo. Good boys. Stay. You want a treat? Here you go. You want a treat, baby? They're in cages. You let me know how you train your dogs, fam. We got the sea fizzle. This thing's almost, so the motor for this thing is almost ready to go. I'm not even gonna bother cover it up when I get back home. Yeah, the motor for this thing is almost done. They hit me and said they're just waiting for a few more things. And she's gonna be ready to smob. Freaking miss driving this car. You know we gotta do it. Cold start, baby. Jump, 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 jump. Alright, so familiar settings, y'all already know we at all the baller cars. That only means we're at Saxby right now. We got my boy Ray right here. Come on, man. Only C5 that's supposed to be on these lists is mine, bruh.
Your shit ain't ready.
Pretty clean.
It's auto though.
Yo. So what's up with that the black supercharged C6 over there? Is it running or what?
Yeah. We'll check it out.
This shit is so wet, bruh. This woo. That gold cage.
you playing?
Man, that's why I'm here. We about to check out this blower right now. Man. What carat is this? 24. 24? In the cage? Rich nigga shit. Alright, we're about to go in here and open up this kit and see what we looking like. What? It's the first time I think we ever came in here and you was actually working.
I knew you was coming. I'm gonna get percentage off that YouTube.
Alright, I heard this fool, Alex. Let me see what's up to this fool.
Or driving billboard.
All he do is in here talking. What's up,
You know what I'm
bud?
talking about? Brian Tooley.
This is this big ass box over here. Alright, so this is where all the goods are. And what I want to see is I want to check, see what's all in here, see what we may need, and also need to check and see what crank pulleys in here, because it comes with this is a 8 rib upgrade. So I need to see if this is going to be a wet sump crank pulley or a dry sump crank pulley. It says dry.
Dry sump.
Man. There goes some of the piping and shit right here. Supercharger piping.
There you go. That's everything it has.
All right, let's get to looking. Let's see. And so y'all can see this is the black kit. Everything's all powder coated black on this setup. So it's for a LS7. Pretty sure I had a 6 rib on here. Huh? So I'm pretty sure I got a 6 rib ATI. Alright, so this is my supercharger from the C5. This is all my C5 stuff. So this is where things get a little tricky. So you guys seen that the other head unit over, you guys seen the other supercharger kit over there for the C6. Doesn't have a head unit. So my plan was to take the head unit off of the C5, which is this one right here. Take this one off with these injectors, throw everything on the C6, and since the C5 motor is a fully built 402 stroker motor, I was thinking possibly throwing a bigger blower, bigger injectors on that car and making more power out of it. So I'm already looking at buying a head unit anyway, so it's like I could just get this kit for, you know, decent low price and start moving things around. I'm like without a breath, I've been picking up shit. So swap C5 head unit over to the C6 kit with the 8 rib, and then go YSI or TI trim for the C5 and get this thing to crack 800 plus. Yeah, so I guess they're gonna be doing a motor on this. My man's right here said that, you know, since his car's gonna be down for a little bit, he gonna let me borrow his blower.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll give it back to you later.
I'm gonna be on Flintstone type shit right now.
What size is that?
P1 or D1? Yeah, it's a P1. Yeah.
P1X. Damn. Allen shit coming together, looking clean. Looking good. Alright, so just left Saxby shop, and right now I'm on my way to White Aaron's. White Aaron hit me up earlier this morning saying to slide through so we can raise the C6 up a little bit. So we're probably only gonna raise this car up like maybe half an inch or so just to get it like slightly above the tire versus tucking on the tires right now. So we're gonna bump it up a little bit, and the reason why I'm gonna raise it as much is because next week I'm probably gonna let Nita drive the C6 to work. I just want her to get familiar with driving different cars. She's doing pretty good with her 350Z, so I'm gonna let her take the C6 next week to work. And I just want to get, you know, I want to see how she does. Just getting here to my boy White Aaron's. Y'all already know he always doing VQ things.
Always. VQ things.
So, side note, I wanted to mention something. I felt like this was kind of odd. I felt like it was a trick question when I went to the drive-thru just now.
Uh-oh.
So I went to the drive-thru and got me a little hot dog over at the good people at Wiener Schnitzel.
Hey, always accepting sponsorships from Wiener Schnitzel as well. I want to throw that out there.
The video gets demonetized because I mentioned them.
Right.
Show their logo.
Yeah. So this is doing nothing but giving promo and saying good things about Wiener Schnitzel.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, I'm putting it up.
So, thing I wanted to say, it was like, order my food. Like, let me get a hot dog. Take a hot dog. Medium fry. Cool. She's like, what kind of drink you want? I said, looking at the menu, I'm like, I'll take a lemonade. When I said, I'll take a lemonade, you ready for this? I felt like this is the trick question.
I know. I'm all ears. I'm like listening intently.
I'm like, okay, I'll take a lemonade. She said, I repeat, she said, what flavor? What flavor?
Lemonade flavored lemonade.
So,
What?
she said, what flavor? And I'm like, all right, what flavors of lemonade do you have? It was like, oh, we got strawberry, wild berry, watermelon, cherry, and coconut.
Ugh.
I was like, hey, I got coconut. As crazy as it sounded, I was like, it sounds nasty, but I was like, I'm gonna try it. Here, hold on, you gotta try this. Here, take a sip of this. It is oddly good, and I hate coconut.
Coconut lemon?
Taste it. Taste it. It's good, right?
It actually is.
That's what I said. I'm like, dude, it sounds so nasty that it has to be good. And
I would never.
It's good.
It is pretty good.
Hella good. But I was just found it odd when she was just like, what flavor of lemonade do you want? I'm like, I didn't ask for watermelonade, coconutade. It's like, I wanted lemonade, but, she gave me the option, and moral of the story is, coconutade is pretty fucking good, and I hate coconut.
That is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed.
It don't taste like coconut.
No. It's like sweeter lemonade. If that makes sense.
Coconutade.
Coconutade.
But so back to the Supercharger stuff, man. Aaron knows for the last probably like month or so, I've been super back and forth on the Supercharger stuff. I'm like, dude, I want a Supercharger C6, Supercharger 350Z. I'm gonna keep the Supercharger. I'm gonna keep the 350Z NA. Maybe I'm gonna do a Root Star Supercharger. I'm gonna do a Root Style Supercharger on the C6. No, I'm gonna do a Root Style Supercharger on a 350Z. Like super back and forth. And like, I want to boost one of these cars. I want to boost one of them bad. But I'm like, so indecisive.
I mean, the fact that kit doesn't have like everything too is like.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So the kit that I went and seen just now, it's supposed to be an 8 rib for a C6. My C6 doesn't necessarily need an 8 rib because I'm not gonna be pushing it super hard. The C5 could use an 8 rib. That would be perfect for that car, but.
That's going back together. Like
soon. Yeah, it's going back together. So, I'm a pass on the kit, but I'm not passing the idea of supercharging the car. I was actually talking to Alex about it before I left. Like, they can give me a complete kit because it comes down to if I buy that kit for $3K with the upgraded 8 rib, whatever. I still need a harmonic balancer. And I will still need a head unit. If I buy the A&A kit brand new with the upgraded big boy blower, which is the YSI, I can get it for I think it's like $6,100 because they only charge you $1,000 to upgrade the blower. But if you buy a head unit independently without getting the whole kit, the head unit alone is $3K. So they actually give you like a $2,000 discount, I guess you could say, if you buy a complete kit. So it would almost be cheaper for me to buy a complete kit that'll come with injectors, everything that I would need for the C6, versus buying that and then piecing it together. So, I mean, the option to do A&A kit like I have on my C5 is still there because I still want to do a bigger blower on my C5. So, I'm still thinking about that, but also for diversity reasons, I'm still looking at doing the Whipple or the Magnuson on the C6 because they offer a C6 kit where the hood and everything clears. So. Different. I think the only sort of boost I haven't tried is a Root Style Supercharger, and with the option there, I mean, they're both about $7K or so, give or take, between $7,000 and $8,000 for a kit. So I'm like, do I dare to be different and get a freaking whiny C6, or do I just play it safe, get the centrifugal blower like my C5? The thing I like about the C5 blower is the centrifugals don't have heat soak issues like the Root Styles. The Root Styles tend to have heat soak issues. That's why you see people using the ice box and upgraded heat extractors and all that shit. So kind of like, I'm like, I want to do something different because I haven't tried it. And, it's the same as like a ZR1. They come factory like that. But it's like, I feel like a centrifugal is more efficient with, you know, back-to-back runs, but a roost style does give you way more punch. Like the torque instantly is like wild. It'll be like 700 torque, 700 horsepower, hella easy, 800 horsepower, 800 torque type shit. Whereas a centrifugal usually don't make as much torque as horsepower because you make peak power at peak RPM, basically. As RPMs climb, you reach a peak boost. So you usually make your peak power at red line, and you just don't make as much torque as you would with a roost style where you're making, you know, boost down low and kind of just falling off up top. So options are there, different power bends, but it really comes down to which one I'm really gonna pull a trigger on, and it comes down to if the 350Z breaks this 500 mark. I was telling Aaron yesterday, I'm like, if the 350Z makes 500, I'm like, we could throw AC back in there and have that thing going back to the daily again. Like, I really like driving the 350Z. So, you know, putting AC and stuff in. I think we still got my pump over there. Pump's in Aaron's closet. Yep. So we'll just be grabbing new condenser, running new lines, and having that thing 500 horsepower NA back to being the daily.
Radio.
Yep, it already got slap in there.
Yep, comfort.
I mean, the C6 got slapped too. And it's a vet, so you don't get pulled over.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. It's like then you go to the legality part of it, and it's like what's gonna attract more attention, and
yeah, either supercharger, root or centrifugal is carb legal for a C6.
Yeah.
So
for a 350Z, it's legal.
I mean, the LS3 is nothing. There's
illegal.
There's nothing about that car.
Yeah. I don't know, that would be nasty on the 350Z, but I mean, I'm leaning towards the C6 anyway. Have the daily with the 350Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I like driving that car.
Yeah.
People
Plus,
think
I got to be able to kind of keep up with you. Part of my whole.
After that one race we did when I was down on power, now Aaron thinks
part of my persuasion is selfish.
Now Aaron, dude, watch. Aaron's about to be in a rude awakening when that exhaust and intake goes back on. Right. And I make a whole extra 100 horsepower over him.
Not even gonna tell you when I tear apart my car just so I can kind of keep up with you.
Do it. Don't get no horsepower war with me. You know I'm always down to make shit faster.
I know.
I'm petty. I don't like losing to the homies.
My car will never be faster than yours. I've already accepted that.
No such thing as never.
Never.
No such thing as never.
Well, you know, like, I'm more conservative about it anyway. Like, I already had my shit blow up after like three starts. And I was like, man, I'm not doing anything that's going to cause this shit again.
But yeah, I'd be interested in knowing what you guys think, man. Roost out or centrifugal? And don't be biased based on like, oh, well, you already got a centrifugal. Like, I want to know, what do you guys think as far as what's more efficient, and, you know, what... I already know y'all gonna want to see a roost style. I just know it. Just because there's not a roost style on the channel.
Roost style too. Yeah, that's what I would want. I'd want to hear that.
That sounds like a Hellcat.
But it's not a Hellcat. It's not.
All right, so a few hours then went by, and I got a little something I'm gonna show y'all. Ooh. So everybody's been bugging me about doing the LS3 giveaway because of the Jay-Z stuff. So here it is. Went and got an LS3, and this is gonna be the LS3 that we're gonna be doing the giveaway on. Start taking all this stuff off today, and we're gonna get this thing on the engine stand. But for everybody that's been on the 2 Jay-Z comments saying, what's up with the LS3? What's up with the LS3? We want an LS giveaway. Here y'all go. Giving y'all my own personal motor. This is Nita's motor right here. Oh, I'm rolling down now.
It's a little heavier than it looks.
It's not heavy.
Hey, it's heavy for me because I'm a little guy. Is that what you want to do?
One hand, baby.
Ready?
Yeah, you good. LS tree right here. I should be putting this in Nita's car, man. I should be putting this in Nita's car.
I think you should do the turbo. I think you should give the people what they want.
Hey, a lot of people have been saying, bruh, don't do it. F the DE. Throw the LS in there.
LS?
Yeah. It's like 50-50 right now.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people asking for it then too.